No offense, there's certain people we had ahead of me.
Yeah.
I personally felt offended by. Growing up in the East, you see things, you experience things, and it shapes you in a particular way. But I think for every bad example that we have in the ends, there are good examples that we have in the ends. But at the time, we didn't have no money, man. We was just trying to make it happen. Like 2 annoying youths from the ends knocking, yo, can we use your space to film this? Can we do this? Oh, like the best decision that we probably made was to start co-parenting as early as possible.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you practice hedonism?
Yeah, I practice it. Is insane, Posty.
SRB separation confirmed. Coming up on staging, the burnout of these twin solid rocket boosters at 2 minutes 5 seconds.
I can tell about my life, I got scars for the proof. Know my bars are the truth, 9 stars in the roof. Plus I'm rolling with another star. If you ever saw the service in a double R, I could've bought another car. Reasoning with Lizzie, yeah, I talk to my money. I'll be running to the bands, they just walk to the money. You can't talk to me funny, never. She gave me brains in the roller, that's what I call thoughts in the Culli. Okay.
Mr. Aponsa?
What are you telling me?
Mr. Aponsa?
Look, you. Oh shit!
Come on, my guy. Let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, let's go.
That's
Aircon's on, lovely.
That's them shits and gigs, guys. Just pulling out there.
Is it?
Yeah.
James and Fuhad. Where are they? Pull up on them. Let me scream at them.
You gotta put your seatbelt on.
Oh, my bad. Safety first.
Nice of you to join me, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Listen, man, I'm a big fan. Obviously, you're Ghanaian. That means you always got incredible credit with me. I just want us to rule the world.
Nah, it's a fact. We already do.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
I feel like Ghanaians are like... Anyway, let me not give them too much game. But yeah, pleasure to have you with me in this car journey. Obviously, I feel like you've accomplished so much things. 2 Mobile Awards. I have a Novello Award. Even been nominated for a Mercury Prize Award. You've been winning on the low at such a high level as a black man in the UK music industry.
It's easier said than done, staying out of the mix, but like still trying to be successful.
That's what I want to find out about you, because you know you were raised in East London.
Round here, 5 minutes from here.
Where?
Hoxton Market.
Okay.
Yeah, Hoxton Market.
And what was that like for you?
I mean, Hoxton was a very different place to what it is now. Like, obviously, gentrification is like displaces people, whatever, but Hoxton and Shoreditch was an area that could have definitely done with some gentrification. So it got safer as I grew up, but when I was young, there was a lot of, how do I describe it, sheltering, because there was just a lot going on road. Like, certain sides was beefing other sides, and it was very easy at my age to kind of get mixed up in that. But my sisters, my brother, like, I got 1 brother, 4 sisters, and they kind of all grew up in the ends anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So within that, I was kind of kept protected from a lot of the madness. I wanted to. I was trying. I wanted to be in the gang.
And how did you avoid that and become the artist that you are
Got
today?
sent home.
Okay.
Yeah, they just wouldn't let me.
Sent home as in Ghana or sent home as in
as in like
home.
yeah, as in bro, you're too talented, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this isn't for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, in an alternate version of reality, I was in there.
And what I find very interesting about you, actually, you never know how we impact or the impression that we leave of ourselves behind each other's. But every time I've come across you or anything, obviously you kind of live in this special space as an artist that's not like drill or like trap rapping or like, do you know what I mean? You've kind of really done your own thing and been successful at it.
Yeah.
And so we don't even really, we as the people that live in that world or in that space, I predominantly live in that space, don't I? I mean, GRM Daily.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
So obviously when this Kojey Radical guy just appeared out of nowhere and he was doing well, and I always wondered, like, what is this guy? Who's he about? What's he rapping about? And all that kind of stuff. And every time I've left you, you always leave me with the impression that you're not somebody that's trying to be bad, or you're not somebody that's trying to be, you're not screaming, oh, I've had a hard life, I'm from Hoxton, or da-da-da-da. But you always leave me with the impression that you're not a mug, but also he said, yeah, no, you're not a mug, which I really like that about you. But you're just also like a real man.
Yeah.
And you live in your space.
Do you know what I think? I'm glad that's what it comes across as.
Yeah,
because,
to me.
Yeah, because I think that's genuinely just how I try and live my life. Like growing up in the East, you see things, you experience things, and it shapes you in a particular way. But I think for every bad example that we have in the ends, there are good examples that we have in the ends. And I think I was fortunate to have a lot of people around me growing up that I saw become successes, like major successes. Even like down to like somebody like Twin, for example. Well, I guess somebody is two of them. But like Twin, for example, they grew up in the same era as my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would see them lot electricity showrooms, DJing first time, trying to like pattern what the scene is then, and then also grow up to become executives and, do you get me, and big people in certain places. And it's like, okay, there are examples of people that come from ends and know how to handle themselves within, I guess, the larger world and the bigger picture. And I don't know, for me it's important to like know where you come from, speak about where you come from, but at the same time don't feel limited to these surroundings. It can kind of feel like a prison sometimes. Like until I started traveling with music, I didn't really know anything outside of the ends. Do you get me? Like there's so many places in the world. Like I've been to a lot of places in the world, but there's so many places in the world I've never been to because I've never been to Spain, because even somewhere like Spain in my mind was out of ends. Do you get me? Like I'm not meant to be there. What am I there for?
Well, it is.
Huh? Yeah, I mean it is, but it's like it's accessible. It's like France. Yeah. You could just go Spain. But in my mind, I was so caged in. Even the idea of going to Spain was like, nah, too far. It's off ends. Do you get me? So I had to learn to kind of like break that shackle a little bit and learn how to just assimilate in the world.
You've had a very diverse upbringing in terms of your culture, where you grew up, and the things that your hobbies and crafts and talents actually took you to. Yeah. So obviously you started rapping when I believe Sully Breaks came to your college to perform.
Yeah.
See how we do research right now.
No, we like it. We like it.
Yeah,
he came to my college.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, this is a dumb story. So at the time, like my background's in illustration. I draw, I paint. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I thought I was gonna be like a storyboard artist for like Disney or like anime or something. I was gonna go into that world. But like most young black men at the time needed an outlet of expression. Do you know what I'm saying? And didn't really have one, but I knew I could kind of ish write poetry if I really put my head down and tried. And was at college, and there was like this like assembly, but it was like a special assembly. It wasn't in the normal assembly room. They took us to this other room, and then Sully Breaks comes in, and this is like before he went viral and like started taking off in that aspect. And he come and he was just doing like back-to-back spoken word pieces that were just so relatable. It had the whole room transfixed. Everyone was locked into everything he was saying. And my cocky little, I'm like to my boy, I could do that. He's like, what? I'm like, it's a poem, bro. Like, I could write a poem. And he's like, all right, then go on then. So I went home that night and I ended up writing some like dumb joke poem, bro, about feet, like some woman on the bus with her feet out. Because I'm just like a kid. So those kind of things are like interesting or funny to me.
That's not okay, Kojey.
I know.
That's not okay.
I know. What is it not okay for me or like I didn't ask.
You should have left her feet.
I had some jokes I needed to get off and I got them off. And then, so I came to college the next day and I recited this poem. Everyone's cracking up. They're coming to the canteen. Yo, do it again. So I do it again. And I kind of got the bug for it where it's like, oh, if I can engage people chatting rubbish about like just telling some jokes or whatever, then I can make people think and I can get people to see my perspective. So then I started writing more kind of personal poems and serious poems, and I was trying to cut through in the spoken word scene because at the time obviously there was Sully Breaks, there was George the Poet, Nego True, Chosen, Sophia Thacker, Dilemma, there was so many young black poets that was like cutting through. Lionheart, that gassed me. Like, do you get me? Like, proper gassed me. And I was like, how do I, do you know what I'm saying? How do I get in? And I think that's like part of, I'm like a little bit competitive in that aspect where I'm like, I need to find, if I can't beat you at your game, I need to find my game and make you play my game. Do you get me? So I think that's maybe where the shift towards like trying to add some more musical elements came, and then kind of built from there.
Yeah, no, and you've done an incredible job of it. I mean, your accomplishments speak for themselves, as I mentioned earlier. Now, obviously, I want to know, I know that those people kind of impacted you, but was there anyone in the UK artist-wise that impacted you as well, just to like make it more musical?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, people like there's like my Mount Rushmore in terms of like lyricists and MCs that I proper like tapped into, but then there was also like a transition into other genres that as a kid, and I was like skateboarding at the time, I was just listening to other things. So like Kano was one of my favorites growing up. Get and Wretch, I put them like, that's my big three in my mind. And then also like artists like Jamie T, he's an indie artist, but he was like, he's got that song, if you got the money, I think it would be funny, to take your girl and spend a little your cash for me. He's got a tune like that. It's an old tune, but it was like a proper like belters, yeah.
You got a good voice, man.
I try, man. I've been singing in the shower a lot more. I see
why they paying.
I like Jamie T. I liked Block Party. I liked Black Twang. I liked so many different like lyricists from like G Fresh was one of my favorite rappers growing up. There were so many people that I kind of like. For me, it was how the person writes as opposed to what they're writing or what the genre was. It was like how well do you get me to engage with your story, no matter what the genre is.
So obviously, Kojey, I've been seeing you running around like in your fashion world doing fashion things, yeah? Now, from where I sit, see in my little bubble, people think I dress nice or whatever. So I can always respect when someone dresses nice,
Yeah, absolutely.
But you dress in a way that I think is nice, but I couldn't wear the stuff that you're wearing. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm thinking,
for sure.
but I'm seeing things that I don't understand, but I think, yeah, that looks good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, in like a deep thinker, powerful black man, I'm gonna rule the world today kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga came out to link me with a beret on.
Hey, listen, to the side, you know what I'm saying? To the side. We live in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a nice place, man. Just up for the occasion. And
then it makes a lot of sense because obviously now that I know that you actually have a degree in fashion.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because now I can put more clout on your fashion sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's educated.
Yeah. This ain't an accident.
Yeah, it's just I've got qualifications in looking fly. Yeah. So I was at college, and I've always been a good student, but at the same time, I'm really good at what I'm really good at, and I'm smart, but it was harder to get me to apply to things that wasn't interesting, even though I was academically smart. And so I did well at college, but there was nothing that was necessarily like grabbing me, like, yo, okay, I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna do this. I was still in that, like, okay, well, we gotta go to the next step of education. We're still trying to figure it out. So I remember I applied for a different course at every uni. Like, I applied for anthropology, psychology, animation, fashion illustration and creative direction, which is what I ended up doing, and probably another one. I got into all of them apart from one. I think I didn't get into animation, and I was kind of left with that decision of like, on that day where you pick for uni, I was like, where am I gonna go? And in my mind, like, maybe it's the East London in me, yeah, but I felt like I had a better chance at grafting if I stayed in London. So what I mean by that is like, yeah, cool, uni's there, apply yourself, head down, whatever. But at the same time, if you don't get certain things moving for yourself, you don't get any motion going, you're kind of coming out to still waters. And my brain couldn't fathom that. So I was like, if I stay here, even while I'm at uni, I'm doing all this other stuff, I can get some shit moving for myself. And so I picked London College. That's it. The other one was Central St. Martin's. I got into, no, I don't. Did I get into Central? I think I did. But I ended up going with London College of Fashion because they offered me an unconditional offer. So I didn't have to meet requirements. They liked my portfolio enough to say, come to the uni regardless. And I remember getting there and it was so different because, yes, I'm in my hometown, but the educational space in that, at that level, isn't mandatory. So you're not seeing people like you anymore. You're seeing people that can afford to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like have are just from a different walk of life altogether. They're from a small village town in the UK. Like there's so many other spots that people are from, and I was all of a sudden the minority in the classroom, which was something I wasn't used to because again I went to school in Hackney. I'm used to seeing people of colour. I'm used to seeing other black people. I'm used to seeing everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but all of a sudden I was at uni and there's loads of like international students. Sexuality is fluid. Everyone is everything, and you just have to like adapt and know what pronouns to use immediately before you get called in some office and like things like that. And just it was definitely like whoa.
Did you ever get pulled into the office?
No, I was actually blessed with everyone. I think that's my skill, you know. Like I'm good at being blessed with everyone, even if I don't understand some shit. I'm just like, teach me then. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe in another world, I'd go into that. I'd go into like documentary series where I just go like and adapt to different ways that people live, and just go, find myself there and just kind of like educate myself in that respect. But uni was dope. I fell into music at the end of uni. So it was my third term in my final year that I properly decided, yeah, I was gonna do music.
Yeah, and obviously you've used that degree well in your everyday life because it shows in terms of the way you dress, and I guess you've kind of applied that into your musical career.
But do you know what? I wouldn't even link it to uni because
just mug me off on my own show.
Nah, sorry, but like I can't give them that much credit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the uni itself, like people was flying at uni, but they was fly because they had money. Do you get me? Like when you like from the ends, the flyest people were the people that knew how to make it work. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Whether they had to go market and get their off-brand, on-brand thing, or do you know what I'm saying? Or if it was down to like simple things like everyone rocking plimsolls and taking the laces out or whatever. Like all these kind of trends are born in the ends, and then they find their way to the unis, and then they find their way to the big fashion brands or whatever. But everything starts in the end. So I was probably more inspired by Shoreditch and Hoxton and seeing people in that respect. But yeah,
like Brick Lane.
Yeah. Like,
Brick Lane where?
I hate that term, but I probably was.
He was a BLB. Certified BLB.
That's dark. That feels horrible.
I hate you, man. And obviously you hosted the Fashion Awards with my drummer for the last 2 years. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. This is what I really like about your story and your journey, because coming from where we're coming from in London, it's like to be successful on a level in which you are, it's like you don't have the stigma, and I could be wrong, but I feel like you don't have the stigma of just being a black boy from the ends, as in you don't have to have a big entourage. You ain't fell out with all your friends that thought they was your security. No. It's just like, seems like a peaceful, successful. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
For sure.
It's nice. I like that.
There was complications, man, and I think the nuance of every story is balancing the highs and the lows and coming out the other side, like in a way that can inspire people. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I think in the beginning, a lot of it was like, well, the crowd that I found was other people that were just trying to get in the game as well. And I think now there's a lot more of that. There's a lot more young kids that have clocked that they are the future of industry professionals. So the earlier that they start and they kind of get into that mind frame where they are professionals now is beneficial for everyone. Like we didn't have a Scooby, like, and it was like I'm always like that in a sense where I'm like trying to bring everyone with me. So like my boy Craig Kennedy Arthur, London Fields originator, his dad bought us our first camera. He bought us a Canon 550D, 500 buff, and I've been trying to give him the money back, but I just don't think he'll take it. But that was the start of it all. Him buying us that camera, and we would just figure it out, just like two annoying youths from the ends knocking, yo, can we use your space to film this? Can we do this? Oh, like that. How'd you do this? What's this with it? Like asking questions anywhere we could. And then we met two guys from Northampton called Lewis and Alex, and they make up a collective called The Rest. Lewis actually went on to manage Slow Tie, and I think Alex now, I think he moved back to South Africa. But at the time, we didn't have no money, man. We was just trying to make it happen, like just run. I remember we used to split a pizza from a cafe called Olive in Hoxton. They used to do this £3 stone baked pizza, and when we were shooting the Bamboo video, it's like one of my earliest videos, filming the whole day, hot sun. I'm painted completely black because I would just like go over the top, and we just sat there and we've scraped all our money together to buy one pizza and we shared it. Do you know what I'm saying? But in our minds, everything was so temporary. Like we're gonna be success stories. There's no other way. Do you get me? So it was hard to be deterred. It was hard to be swayed in other directions. Like we had to make it because there wasn't really many other options. Do you get me?
And I hear that you're, or correct me if I'm wrong, you practice hedonism.
Yeah, I practice it. Is insane, Posty.
This is what I heard. Like, what? Am I wrong? Like, what is that? What is that?
Ain't that just like hoeing out? It's like, yeah, like, is the chair massaging me?
Yeah. You press the massage button. Calm down, Chelsea.
Jesus Christ. I'm not sure. Okay, do you know? Yeah, let's turn it off so I don't get distracted. I didn't know.
Cool. So maybe you don't practice it, but the new album is about touches on.
Okay.
So I got my wires crossed.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm not a practicer of hedonism.
Okay.
I'm not hoeing professionally.
Okay. No, but then I googled it. It's not necessarily hoeing. It's on Google saying that you practice the pleasures of, or focus on pleasures rather than pain.
Yeah.
So I thought, maybe it's some deep shit.
I mean, in relation to the definition, I could definitely get jiggy with that.
Yeah, chill, nigga. I said this is what I quickly read on Google. Don't be signing up.
Don't be signing up to it.
Don't be signing up on some
I'm
shit
not sure.
off the back of my word, man.
I'm not sure.
But so the new album touches on
and
it also touches on fatherhood and many other different things,
Yeah.
and gives you a closer outlook on who you are as a person than a bit more hardcore as it was before. For sure. So when it comes, before we divulge into
the album,
why are you touching on hedonism then? That's
because
what
I think it was basically my life definitely transitioned between Reason to Smile, which was the debut album, the first album, and then this project, and
which is named?
It's called Don't Look Down.
Don't Look Down.
Don't Look Down.
Down.
Yeah, Don't Look Down. But I'll explain the album title as well. Because this is probably one of the earliest announcements online of the album. I'm still in this like mind frame where, as an artist, I want to keep everything protected, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm always like, don't share this, don't share that. We can't show them this, we can't show them that. Whereas like the world has changed now, and everyone's like,
it's 2025, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Bloody heck.
Yeah.
Bloody heck.
Talking to the fans.
That old chestnut.
Yeah.
But the in between Reason to Smile and Don't Look Down, things like my life was becoming way different. Do you know what I'm saying? And even embracing what fame is was a process. And naturally, when you're in new environments, you indulge in order to fit in. And it felt like everything I was around was like, everyone was like pleasure seeking. Do you know what I'm saying? As a form of escapism. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether it was like drinking, drugs, sex, just ill-advised relationships, skydiving because of a midlife crisis, like whatever it is, whatever your poison is, pick it. But at the same time, me as like a spectator's going, well, this is the world that I'm in now, and everyone's on everything. Okay, how do I catch up? Do you get me? And I'm trying to speed run a lifetime in a year and a half. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 years. And I think I just kind of had to take a second to, I guess, look outside of myself, but then also figure out where the world is. Do you know what I'm saying? Even just outside of political matters and everything that's going on in regards to that, which is a whole nother conversation in itself. But just what it is to be 30-something, adulting, trying to figure out the world as it stands and having to adjust to constant shifts and where we find our escapisms in that. So, yeah, I think that's
okay,
probably...
so it's more of a reflection of attempted hedonism.
Attempted, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Just
got it.
dabbled.
Got it.
Dabbled.
Okay. So we say you did a couple mushrooms.
I've done mushrooms in my life.
You know, I've never done a drug in my life.
Is it? Not one. You know, you've never bill it.
Oh no, I've smoked weed.
You see, all right, you're like me then. That don't count as a drug.
But you know, it's from the earth.
Yeah, it comes from the ground.
I don't smoke weed in general, but I have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've never done a drug before. So you done mushrooms?
Done mushrooms once. Like that was like again. I used to skate. Did you get me? So.
You're just trying to fit in. You're just trying to catch up to the people that was skating ahead of you.
Yeah. I was
in a year and a half.
Yeah, I was trying to. No. This was not in the year and a half. This was when I was a kid. In the year and a half. Do you know why? Because I'm too far in, and at this stage, it's not fun kiddie stuff. People are on hard drugs. Do you get me? Normal, like.
I've noticed.
Yeah, normal. And it's in the industry that we're in, and everyone's just rationalized it and normalized it. And like, I still have to have some discernment and go, that's for you, man.
Do you know what? It took me a long time to realize that some people are not weird. They're just high.
That's a fact, though.
It took me a long time to realize. I was like,
that's absolutely a fact.
Yo, my man's proper weird, you know.
That's absolutely a fact.
I just realized,
nah,
he's just high.
And you know what's worse is that a lot of the drugs, they're not pretty front-facing drugs. Like when you're on the drugs, you're talking slow. Do you get me? Like you're in your seat. You might like, you get me? You're not controlling your limbs properly no more. But for whatever reason, there's a rap song that's telling you like, yeah, mix it up. Like you get me? Double shift, double cups, everything, blah blah. It's just like. I don't know, man. There's other things. There's a place for everything. Like I listen to everything. I enjoy everything. I think because it already exists, there's no need for me to further glorify it.
You're also a father now.
Yeah.
You're co-parenting.
Yeah.
Come on, coach, man. Let's make things right, man. Let's make things right, Kojey, man. You've been getting influenced by the wrong stuff. You know what our parents taught us, Kojey, man.
And how did it work out for them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you got that to fall.
Yeah, man.
Same here, fella.
Yeah, it's not always a success story.
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Oh, absolutely, man. My son's amazing, and he's big now. I think it's like, I don't know when the congratulations stop and then it just becomes your duty to protect and nurture and just be the best dad you could possibly be. But my son's 5 now. I'm sure what chances are while people are listening to this, he'll probably be 5 because his birthday's soon. And I think the best decision that we probably made was to start co-parenting as early as possible, because it kind of allowed us to build the foundations of what was necessary before he was at a very they're always at a cognitive age, but they get to a point where they actually are understanding the world that they live now, and you want them to come into that with as much kind of like calm and rationale as possible. And sometimes the worst thing you can do is try and make something work that doesn't work, because later down the line, like, okay, mum and dad are getting divorced, or they're splitting up, or there's affairs, or there's this or there's that, and it's like family scandal that, especially in the black community, we just sweep under the rug and pretend like it's not there, but it's there. And we know the traumas that our aunties and uncles have gone through or given towards each other that gets hush-hush at the family reunions and this, that, and the third. And I'm just not about that, man. Like, I just want to give my son the best chance at life. Do you get me? Like, that's partly why, like, me and his mum, we're constantly in support of each other. Do you get me? Like, but at the same time, we don't make our relationship public at any point. Do you know what I'm saying? So people have always found ways to kind of speculate what it is or what happened or whatever, but I think for us it's like the most irrelevant part, because we watched people make stuff up out of nowhere immediately, like from first picture, and then very quickly just made the decision, we're never going to show his face on the internet until he's old enough, and we're just going to keep because she's a celebrity in her own right, do you know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep our successes away from his life in that
Does everyone know who?
Yeah, Rachel Emma. Yeah, Rachel Emma.
Okay.
Yeah, Rachel Emma. She's an amazing,
Emma.
vegan chef.
Oh, she's a vegan chef.
Vegan chef. She's got her own sauces out at the moment.
Sick.
Called Ammas. They're amazing. One's a like sticky jerk miso vibe. The other one's like a jerk marinade. All natural ingredients. Coming to a store near you. And it's dope.
See, that's the problem I have with you.
What?
It's like, of course, the mother of your child is Rachel Emma, the vegan chef.
Yeah.
There's always like a certain level of taste to it. Yeah, my son's mum's a vegan chef.
Hey.
It's a big flex.
Hey.
That's a big flex.
Do you know what?
She got any vegan shit as well, or?
Soon come.
She's gone in, right?
Do you know what? She's looking for investors.
Is she gone in?
Partly. There's like
that's what we need.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Mainly from the Caribbean and from Sierra Leone.
Okay. Now big her up, man. And I love that. And I guess you guys are co-parenting at a higher level now.
Yeah, it's expensive, man. School, like nurseries and stuff, and
it doesn't get cheaper.
Private educations and Montessori's and swimming lessons, and like it's insane how much you have to prepare yourself for as a dad in order to feel like you're fulfilling your role as a provider.
Let's touch on the new album then. As you just announced, it's called Don't Look Down.
Don't Look Down.
What does that mean?
So the name come to me when I was in Japan. I was in Japan at the start of the year, and we was...
I'm in Spain, but I was in Japan.
I was in Tokyo.
I like that.
And yeah, we was near Mount Fiji, like an onsen kind of hot spring place. And I was talking with my brethren, and we was just having a real conversation as men, and we deduced within that conversation that a lot of what drives us at the moment is secretly ruled by fear. And it's the fear of achieving everything that you can or you were supposed to, but still not being able to provide, or being afraid of what happens if that success disappears. And it kind of like it felt like where I was at in my life at the time, where I'd climbed to this position of success that I didn't necessarily think was available to me, making the kind of music that I made, or approaching things the way that I did, or just being different in that space, or not being on the blogs all the time, or not, do you get me, having scandals or whatever it is, like not being center of attention. I was like, these things won't happen for me. Like, I'm not gonna get asked to host no fashion awards, or I'm not gonna be asked to be in this film or that film or what. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So once I got there, the scariest thing that I could imagine was falling from all of this. And I think that becomes a theme that runs through a lot of my albums, is this idea of reaching a state of comfort and then having the rug kind of pulled from you and falling. And but also at the same time, like, Don't Look Down was like a personal reminder, and it appears in the album, like, but you have all of this. Do you get me? You have all of this fortune and you have all of this success, but you're not happy. And you kind of have to give yourself that reminder of like, nah, bro, like, don't look down if you got the world at your feet. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. You know, like when you're on a high roller coaster, but you decided to be on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then
you queued up, you paid the money.
Yeah. I'm with it. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That has a lot of meaning. And what you're saying, have you had a lot of anxiety, or what kind of battles have you had to overcome to kind of get to where you are now?
A lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of maybe downplaying myself, or maybe sometimes being too humble, and that meaning that I mumble my achievements as opposed to being proud of them and wearing them like badges of honor.
Have I missed any of your achievements?
I mean,
seeing as we're here, Coach.
Oh, well, I can list them up.
Yeah. Mumble in the jungle, Kojey.
I know. I mean, obviously all the award nominations from as early as 2017 through to now. I think I've always been in that conversation of best of the year. We had the #1 record in the UK and R&B charts with Reason to Smile. Done TV, like acting, hosting TV shows, Channel 4, Taskmaster, designing stuff with brands, having my own tequila bottles with 1800. We did like a limited run of like 150. Yeah,
that's
dope. I've got an honorary degree from my university for my work in the arts. And
Coach, I said anything I didn't mention.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You got that one.
You know what I'm saying? Only thing new you threw in there was the TV show and the 1800, mate.
My bad. What else then?
Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, my bad, because I didn't expect you to do so much research posting.
Come on, pal, man. I take my job seriously,
no,
mate. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know. You're living in life of luxury now. I don't know how much time you've got to just Google a little course like me.
I hate when people say no. I've been doing it for a while. Fuck off.
This is what when two people from the East get together after a lifetime of winning, this is what it sounds like, guys.
You wrote, wait, Kojey, wait. You wrote Burna Boy and Mahalia.
Yeah.
Co-wrote.
Yeah.
See how good I am at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, I did write that one. I wrote that one. I've written for a few people. I think with that record, I made that one, I didn't necessarily, it was never not public, but I speak about that one with so much pride because of the opportunity that Mahalia gave me with that record. Like, it's very easy, especially writing within the R&B world, as a male writer, to kind of like take the attention away from the ability and the talent of the artist that delivered it. But Mahalia definitely opened the door for me in that regard. I remember that was like when I just signed to Atlantic, and I never wanted to go to the office because it was far. I was in Kensington, it's the off ends. So bless him, like Ed Howard, he's like label boss. He used to come to Hoxton and like link me at my mum's yard while I was just still in my room.
That's why you had the label boss moving. Ed used to come to Hoxton.
Yeah, Ed came to Hoxton. He's been to my mum's yard, yeah. And he'd be in my little box room. I'd be in there like rolling up, and he'd just sit there and listen to music with me. And I'd never forget that, because I think for me that was the first sign of like, oh, dude actually believes in me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like signings come and go, you get me, through the door and out the door happens. But I think that was like, oh no, he sees something here and he's willing to go the extra mile. And he came to Hoxton, came to the ends, came to Mumsy's yard, and we were sat there, and I'm rolling up, and he's like, have you heard the song? Like, they've shot a video to it. And I'm like, what song? And he was like, they put Burna Boy on it, the Mahalia song you wrote. And I was like, nah, like what? And he's played me the video, and hello. He's played me the video, and I was just sat there like, wow, like, because then that was one of the moments where I felt like I was in, like, I'm okay now. I'm a part of like the industry, because I always just felt like some like SoundCloud rapper that went a bit too far.
But you know what I like about you as well is that you and you know what I've realized in life as well, it's like, when you wait your turn, and you don't become a hater, yeah, what's meant for you always comes to you. So as in, like, I can almost imagine being a Kojey Radical, being from East London and seeing the success and the growth of UK music and the content, what this music is about. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes rappers aren't even as bad as they're saying that they are in the music.
Yeah.
But obviously it is entertainment and they're selling a story or whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you know what Kojey Radical's all about. You know what you're rapping about is true to you. And I've always seen you kind of just stay in your lane and do your thing and never really asked. To be honest, you've never asked me for nothing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You've never begged it. You've never, not saying that asking me for something is begging it, but I'm just trying to say that you've never, ever.
I've never been like, Posty, can you do this for me?
Yeah, like there's people out there, for I don't know where they get this from, but there's people out there that have seen me and they're so bitter and they're so angry with me because they think that there's something I can do for them that would change their life.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is in their head.
But
I've never felt that you've ever needed anyone else but yourself. I wanted to say that line before you interrupted me.
Yes.
It was a powerful line, man.
No, it was. I'm just letting it sink in.
No. And I when I say things that I actually mean them.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes this is like, what, the longest conversation we've ever had?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even know that.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
All these things are programmed
For
in my
sure.
head already.
For sure.
Based on how you move. That's why.
I think there's also an audience thing that happens conversationally that creates a separation. So people at the time, not even at the time, maybe even still now, I don't know, because like now I'm just so not in it, all of that, I don't really care. Like for me, every platform is an opportunity, do you know what I'm saying, for everyone to grow, and do you know what I'm saying, and things to kind of cross-pollinate and move in that right direction. But coming up, if you made anything other than like grime or trap or drill, people would come to you with this attitude of like, oh, like your thing's separate, like you don't even need GRM. Do you know what I'm saying? And they create like this, like, your thing's so special that it can't exist on GRM and it has no place in the GRM world. So then in your mind, you almost like condition yourself to see it like school, where it's like, them man are the cool kids, or them man are kids from ends that are like, oh, they're a bit, and you don't.
We're the cool kids?
Yeah, you're the cool kids. And like, we're like the like skater misfits that are like, nah, like them man are like so, do you know what I mean? And like, you create this separation that doesn't exist. And like, it's funny because it's the first time I was like, maybe I do have a place in that world was when I got nominated for the Rated Award the first time. And I remember coming.
The first time. You see what he did there? The first time. Yeah.
I see you again, next year. Yeah, see you again there. Do you know what I mean? Album of the year coming. But I remember getting nominated, and I got there, and I was sat like nearest the front, and I was super gassed, man. Had my little suit on or whatever, and I think there was just technical difficulties happening with the show.
This must have been one of the first ones.
Yeah, it was literally, I think it might have been the first one or the second one or something like that.
Yeah.
And
because we had many.
yeah, there was technical difficulties happening with the show, and I understood that, but it was basically when the VT was happening at the.
We ain't got to go into detail.
No, we do. No, we do, man. So the VT was playing. No, because we're in such a good place now.
Man.
We're in such a good place now, Posty. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could have got a Shell petrol station verse the next day. If basically the VT was playing, and I got skipped out. So they was reading the nominations for the one awards that I was nominated for. And while I'm sat there waiting for them to say my name and the album name, I don't appear on the screen. So I'm like melting into my seat like, okay, cool. And I stayed to the end, and then I left. And then I think I saw you somewhere. And the first thing you did was, you said sorry. You was like, my apologies. Like, I heard about what happened with the VT, blah, blah, completely unintentional. And I genuinely, when I met you, I believed you. I was like, that nothing about that was intentional. There wasn't like this ostracizing. But in my mind, I was like, bruv, they brought me in just to cut me out, bruv. They're messing with me. Like, I was on some pyro state, bro.
Do you know what's so mad about that? Because hearing that story from you, coming from you, made me feel like you. So I understand like the process. Like you've showered, you've worn a suit, you've come to the show.
I'm there. I'm next to her. A-lister.
Yeah. Your VT's just skipped. And in my world, I'm paying all these people to get this fucking job right. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
In the grand scheme of everything that might have not gone right that day, that's like...
That was probably okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even feel like I could bring it up too loudly because I'm still looking at the bigger picture of you had to put on a whole award show. Do you know what I'm saying? So
you know, like award shows are the place for things to go wrong because it's such a live production. There was one time, I'll tell you the worst one. There was one time we had Kojey in this like riser. And one of the best companies that do production in the UK are doing Kojey's riser. Yeah? We've done it in rehearsals about 10 times. We're not cutting, these are the best people. This is on Channel 4. We're not cutting any corners. It works all throughout rehearsal, and then on the show, it just jams. It's not going up.
No way. What, like, as everything's like lights, camera, action, but on...
It's live, bro. It's on TV, bro. The riser's not going up. You get me? And then Kojey and that are pissed at the end of the show looking at me.
Yeah. Which I'm sure everyone comes straight to you.
But it's your label that's booked these production people, which I would have booked too, by the way, because they're incredible. But shit just happens sometimes.
Wait,
and it's just...
Kojey funds?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the comedian.
There's always something between me and a Ghanaian that rated awards. You know what I'm saying?
It's because you keep doing us wrong.
No. I promise you, if I could
You
make
press
these
pause
things...
on his riser. You did it on purpose, Posty. We know. We know how you feel.
Yo, don't do that. That's my guy. Big up Kojey.
For sure, man. Big up Kojey fans. I've been getting mistaken for you for so long now that I feel like we should probably just form a friendship, bro.
Oh, what? People think you're Kojey fans?
It's mainly the Caucasians.
Right. Kojey.
Yeah. I remember one time I was at
I'm with it.
Great Escape.
Yeah.
Having this conversation with his exec for time. Gassed, because again, it's early for me. I'm thinking, broski knows my thing. I'm in there. I'm going to the moon. Right at the end of the conversation, he's like, "Oh, bro, and that song you've got with Mabel, love that song." And I'm just like, thanks, love, man. Nah, it's one of my biggest. And then I just walked off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? So I made a good impression on your behalf, Kojey fans.
And that's crazy. I've taken a few pictures as Lethal Bizzle before. Like back in the day, I might be on wireless, and then there people are asking me for pictures. I'm thinking, why are they doing this?
Do you know what? Sometimes you have to do it for the plot.
Yeah. I do it for Bants, and I send it to Bizzle on the low, and then we just laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's proud. It's hard not to be proud of you, Kojey. Even I'm proud of you, mate.
Aww.
You know what I mean? And
Thanks. Well, I mean, if there's any rigging involved, I would love one of those rated awards.
Do you know what, Coach?
Yeah,
I had a rated awards in the last 3 years. My last one was the.
I mean, we don't have to have a ceremony. Just.
Oh, you want me to dash it?
Yeah, just make one. Send it to me.
Over.
Yeah, for sure. I need.
Yo, that show was it was lowering my life expectancy. Man. I got tired.
You wouldn't bring it back?
Shit.
Sometimes
I like living on the wild side, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But what is coming back is the GRM Gala, as per.
Absolute.
I just have more fun.
Love
with
the
that
gala.
one, man.
Love the gala.
More fun with that one, but
I met a lot of cool people at the gala as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Arguably the best dressed there was me, but
arguably is always a great thing to add into a statement like that.
Yeah, no, arguably, because you did well.
Do you know what was funny? Do you know what was hilarious actually? You know, GRM put out their top 30 best dressed list. You know, that was just
it's a cover up, really.
That wasn't a cover up. It was more of a let's get people discussion sort of piece, because obviously when
I know the exact one you're talking about.
Yes, because when the conversation is so.
Where did you put me on that list?
I think it was like, not me, but I recall you being in the top 15.
I'm not gonna lie, the number was ridiculous.
And I saw your comments.
The number was ridiculous.
I saw your comments saying it was something tongue in cheek, like, "Oh my God, oh."
Yeah, I just, the people know. The people know. No offense, there's certain people you had ahead of me.
Yeah.
I personally felt offended by, and I love them in real life.
We just wanted people to talk, you know.
Nah, you did that. Mission accomplished.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I thought this is the problem. I forgot that I was pissed off about that, and now you've reminded me that I was pissed off
Do you
about
know
that.
what it is?
And we're back
Because
to
I haven't
beefing.
given you something to be pissed off about since the rated.
Since the rated wars. Yeah,
And
we're
I
back to
thought,
beefing.
you know what? We got to piss this man off every 5 years.
For sure. Where is the nearest petrol station?
Twice a decade. Say no more. Pleasure, bro. It's been an honour having you.